Let's go.
Yep.
All right. Welcome back to another episode of Run the Tape. 3 dudes, 1 game, and all the tape. I'm your boy Liam.
It's your boy Kai.
And Griff.
And we are back 2 games into the NBA playoffs. We got the new setup. This is our 24th episode, our Kobe episode. Had to put up the Kobe jersey in the background.
Mamba episode.
Yes, sir.
Mamba episode, Mamba mentality. Let's get right into it. First, let's go to Houston. What is wrong with the Houston Rockets after losing their second straight game to Los Angeles Lakers? They're now down 0-2 going to Houston. The Houston Rockets. What's going on with the Houston Rockets? What's wrong with them on the offensive end? Is Kevin Durant the answer?
I mean, let's be honest. Kevin Durant's been the brightest spot on this team. Since he's been back, he shot really efficient last night. But I think most of the blame does go on opportunity. You were supposed to be the star player on this team. I know that you brought in KD to alleviate a lot of the stress from you. But at the end of the day, you are still their best player, and you have not been playing like it. A lot of your shots that you were taking were in the paint and were utter misses. It was unbelievable watching the game. I couldn't believe it. I was like, this is not the opportunity for that. And to see this from him is really, really disappointing, especially for a team that we completely disregarded, saying that the Lakers were just going to be nothing. Lakers look like a top-tier team right now going out there. We're seeing vintage LeBron out there. Obviously, you got to give a lot of credit to what LeBron's been doing this playoff run. He's been balling out of his mind, passing the rock, facilitating, also getting his own shots up. People stepping up like Luke Kennard, playing out of his mind as well. But the Rockets really need to step up. It's about time for them to step up. So we'll see what happens in Game 3.
Yeah. Who I blame for this is just the young core in general. I've been really unimpressed with Jabari Smith Jr. I've been very unimpressed with Tari Eason, and I've been unimpressed with Reed Shepherd. And I've been unimpressed with Amen Thompson. Right? This is supposed to be their young core. This is supposed to be the next chapter of the Houston Rockets. And honestly, it was looking good last year. But just everything, the shot selection, the defense, everything has gone wrong for the Rockets. And I know they're a 5 seed, but if you were to watch the Rockets season and without knowing their seed number, you would think they were around an 8 or 9 seed, man. They do not play good basketball. However, this is not the Rockets at full strength. I was saying this to Liam before. They don't have their facilitator, one of the best point guards in the league, Fred VanVleet. They don't have Steven Adams, who was a huge piece to bring in. Huge. That would have been a matchup nightmare for DeAndre Ayton. Nightmare.
But we shouldn't let the Houston Rockets off the hook, though. You're going up against a Lakers team that are losing 2 of the best players in the NBA.
Yeah, look, this is what I think of the whole situation. I think, both of you correct in the statements you made before that this is the team to be panicked about the most, right? The Houston Rockets were expected to win this series. They have the more talented roster on paper, even without Kevin Durant in the lineup. Kevin Durant comes back, and what we witnessed was a coaching masterclass from JJ Redick. Just watching the game, you could see the Lakers' distinct game plan, and you could see how it was being executed, right? They doubled Kevin Durant from the start. Obviously, he got going, but he cooled off a lot in the second half. They were rotating quickly. They were moving a lot at the top of the key on the offensive end. Whereas the Houston Rockets, it was very unclear to me what their game plan was coming into this game. It seemed like they relied heavily on talent. And Ime Udoka is not regarded as a bad coach whatsoever. No. But some of the blame has to be put on him for the performance. Kevin Durant had 9 turnovers last night. Now, Kevin Durant, we can go on and on and talk about how great of a basketball player he is. His biggest flaw as a basketball player when comparing him to the greats is his lack of playmaking. And I want to take us back to a game against the Washington Wizards earlier this year where Houston was fighting for a playoff spot. And the Wizards decide to double Kevin Durant the whole game. He ends that game with 7 turnovers. They lose to the Washington Wizards when they were fighting for a playoff spot. This is a clear flaw that JJ Redick has studied and is exploiting of the Houston Rockets is their lack of point guard. And the Houston Rockets, I don't know if I'm gonna have them winning the series anymore.
That's completely fair.
Yeah.
Completely fair.
And they're doing it. They're the best rebounding team in the NBA. They're out rebounding the Lakers. One of the slowest teams in the NBA. Both games have been at a slow pace. Lakers are also one of the slowest teams. It's a very interesting matchup, and they've just been outmatched at every step of the way.
It's insane. Reed Shepherd last night out of nowhere gets kind of benched. He only played 10 minutes last night. They tried to sort of run through Kevin Durant, and it was not working.
Didn't work at all.
A
No.
very mediocre Lakers team forced Durant, like you said, with 9 turnovers. Very concerning. I think the Lakers probably end up winning the series. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of these role players, credit to JJ. I criticized him earlier this year about how I thought he wasn't building a proper culture in LA. It seems right now that everyone's bought in. When I look at the two sides, Houston and LA, Houston seems like they all don't like each other. I think Kendrick Perkins said it on First Take. It seems like they all can't stand each other, and they're just waiting to get mad at one another. The Los Angeles Lakers look like they are bought in to what JJ Redick has cooking over there, and this is a great sign for them, especially with Reeves and Luka out, possibly coming back in the second round.
Possibly.
Right? That'd be awesome.
Shout out to Marcus Smart last night with 6 stocks, 5 steals, 1 block.
Yeah.
Just
Unreal.
Awesome.
the ultimate competitor.
And bring the ball up for them. Like, this is not something that he's used to doing.
Yeah.
All right, and
See you
that's
next
gonna do
time.
it for this episode of Run the Tape. Like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, let's run the tape.
Run the tape.
All right, I think that was a good episode.
I think so too. Random response.
Way more prepared.
Way more prepared and a lot better flow.
Yeah.
I love it.